So hey, here's the thing. The Jiraiya Rangers are sick. I love the idea. Wow, we have like a team of ninja Power Rangers where they're all the same guy.
I don't know, because it's kind of weird.
No, I want them all to be frog themed, and I want all of their Zords to also be frogs. Just every new Zord is a different type of frog, and we make it work. We give them different weapons, different accessories.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what? They just have different types of frogs. Also, your chat thing is like cutting off at the edge.
Oh god, yeah, I should have because I moved over a bit because it was like, oh yeah, that's like works better, but yeah, now we're like the banter where I get into the interesting part of Saber's suit. Yes, okay, awesome. This was a mixed episode, so here's exactly where I am. I do not care about Gulus Gamamon anymore, just straight up. I think he's outworn his welcome by like a ton, and I'm just like, we know what the deal is. He led a group, he conquered land and did stuff, and he got reset. We don't know the specifics, but it's like there's no mystery anymore, it feels like. And Nai's just like, okay, connect with me, and then, I'll digivolve to Ultimate, and it'll be a big whatever. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's ultimately what we're waiting for, is that's going to be the trigger for his ultimate evolution.
Yeah, but, I didn't hate this episode. We should have gone to this part of the story way, way sooner. This is almost episode 60. This is, absurd.
Yeah, we're at Mega Evolutions, and then it's like, okay, but now we gotta go back and get Gulus Gamamon's form to Ultimate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still like Gulus Gamamon. I think it's cool when he shows up. I like his design. I think his voice actor's great. I wouldn't be surprised. I think I've said this before. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same person who does regular Gamamon, and then they just turn on evil voice for Gulus Gamamon.
Yeah,
and it's I don't know. I think their voice acting's really good. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's average, and I just don't speak Japanese, so I don't pick up on stuff. But
I really like the voice actor. Yeah, everyone's on point, but it's
I don't know, they do a really good job, and I think Gulus Gamamon looks cool, and same VA, I figured.
Yeah, Partham this episode should have his third appearance. Yeah, exactly. That would have been perfect. If this was freaking Obromon or more of the crap, he was like, hey, hero, sync with me. That would have been, exactly right for him to do it. He's like, okay, yeah, hey, sync with me, let's see what happens. And, it's like, oh, I don't trust him yet. And, we could have gone to a point where it's like, before we get to Mega, we could have done the Ultimate.
Yeah.
We could have, made this work way better.
Yeah. As much as I enjoy Gulus Gamamon's appearances, I do kind of agree that the more it happens without anything advancing, the more irritating it is.
I want to point out, by this point in Hunter x Hunter, we were starting the Greed Island arc. That's how bad this is.
Yeah, it's just constantly, anytime Gulus Gamamon shows up, he beats up an Ultimate, nothing happens, and then he digivolves.
Yeah, this is an egregious example of that, too. Because it's literally after both, Kano Weissmon and Lamortmon struggle to take out freaking Shogun Gekomon working together. They're winning, but they're not really, doing much to him, it seems. And, Gulus comes up and basically just one-shots this thing that the other two Ultimates couldn't defeat working simultaneously.
I'm not surprised. It didn't actually bother me all that much.
I hate it so much. They're using this form so horribly. Why does he link up when he's already the strongest? It doesn't even make sense at this point.
I understand what you're saying, But like, as far as like, oh, why is he able to beat them and the other two cooperating couldn't? And it's like, at one point, Gulus Gamamon beats like 3 ultimates at once. I'm not surprised he can just stomp Shogun Geckomon.
That's the thing. It's like, man, the writing in this episode, like, it didn't bug me at first, but thinking back, it really is just kind of bad.
Yeah.
The story bent over backwards again to it. Yeah, it's like, we just
I agree with Flo.
Yeah, we just show up, and then it's like, oh, hey, this random Digimon attacks, and they do the thing. No one can, like, find Kyo. They eventually just find him after wasting a bunch of time, and nothing progresses. And there's just a big Digimon fight where the new character contributes nothing and means nothing to the plot. It's like, oh, Shogun Geckomon just beats up Gamamon, and he just randomly evolves to Gulus because he's angry, and there's just zero emotional stake in anything, and he just does the thing, and just, like, he just wins, he just beats him.
Yeah, that's my main issue with evolving into Gulus Gamamon. It's usually Hero and his friends are in mortal danger, like about to die.
Yeah, this is like the weakest one yet.
Yeah, Gamamon gets beat up a little bit, and then he gets really mad and turns into Gulus Gamamon. And it's like, oh, okay. And yeah, I also agree with the statement of why didn't they just go Mega?
Yeah, it's like,
but
as
also,
soon as that option's on the table, it's like, this is why it's important to, like, get stuff out when you have the time, because it's like, now these things shouldn't be a threat.
Yeah. Also, why did their ultimates last for, like, a singular minute?
Yeah, because time just works however long it needs to for the plot, literally. The reason we could just finish off freaking Shogun Geckomon in one go and just get this finished is because, like, no, but time, though. We need this to happen so that Gulus Gamamon can appear, otherwise it would make no sense.
Yeah. But look how cool and edgy he is.
He's really cool, and I hate how they're using him.
I do like he's like yeah, sync with me and I'll even save your friends or whatever, and like Hero is refusing to, and then Geckomon shows up and he's like, I'm sorry, I'll fix everything, and then Gulus Gamamon gets really mad and he's like, how dare you, I almost got him.
I'm gonna ask a really serious question. How would he have even saved them?
I don't know. Maybe Gulus Gamamon figured that if he just destroyed Shogun Geckomon, then the issue would have been resolved, which could be true. Dumber things have happened and been reverted.
Yeah.
So next week, it definitely seems this would be the end of Ghost Game.
It seems to show several raras that don't talk to each other, so plot points don't align when they should. Yeah, that's always, like, an issue, when it's like, you have too many cooks, and you just don't, you know? I can't imagine it ending next episode. I think we're just gonna keep going, but, like... Yeah, next episode is implied like it's gonna be, like, Waymon or something. All we know is Flooded City.
Yeah, there's no way it just ends next episode. That wouldn't make any sense. Like, as much as this has been Monster of the Week, even Monster of the Week shows have a conclusion of some kind.
I would believe we get an evolution next episode. Cause, yeah. Oh, sup, we went notice you, like, showed up, yeah. Especially with the card reveals. You also got something Mega next week. Yeah, cause, like, this seems like a good time to, like, yo... Oh, not next episode, but around spring? Okay, that makes more sense, yeah.
Yeah,
I can believe we get, like, you know, Amphimon or whatever her name is, like, the Jellymon Mega form. And, you know, we're just gonna, like, go through, do, like, another, like, 12 episodes or so. Like, go through another season of anime or something. It's like, okay, around, like, you know, 70-ish, 70, 80, something like that. It'll just be like, okay, and now we get the big final thing, and that's the end point. Because there is one big final form.
Yeah, I'm imagining we'll get the mega, and then like maybe a week will go by, and then stuff will start to develop, and like we'll start to approach the climax of the show, and that will involve Gulu Scamamon and getting his final form and like whatever.
Yeah. Also, I want to introduce two unrelated possibilities, okay? So hear me out. Fox Sam's Kyoto exclusive. That's just Hollow. That's just Hollow from Spice and Wolf. So there are two options here. Either Spice and Wolf does not exist in this universe, or someone is guilty of major copyright.
The idea of a fox girl is pretty generic.
It's literally just her.
It certainly is a fox girl with different colored hair.
Oh man, it's just like, it's Hollow colored too. It's player 2 Hollow. Oh man.
I don't like. I believe it's supposed to be like that's supposed to be what the reference is, but it's like I don't know. It's the idea of a fox girl is so generic that whatever.
I do at least appreciate that she's doing the Chainsaw Man thing. She's doing con. Yeah, there's a guy who does that, like, thing with his hand, because it's meant to be, like a fox, and it, like, summons a fox monster that kills things. And he says con, because that's what the fox makes. That's what the fox says. Listen, that song was a lie. We know what the fox says. It's fucking con. It's con. Do you think the next Goose appearance is it? We're all Black Digimon showing and the desperate need for syncing with Hero. Yeah, they show like Black Growlmon this time, and it's like, okay, another one. This means nothing to me.
Yeah.
Man, we still have to get Black Garurumon, or it won't be a complete set. We need all of them.
I was about to say we gotta get Black Cubimon, but that's like a different subspecies of what is that one called?
Yukomon, I think it is. Yeah,
maybe
Black Gargon Gargo as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the thing, but I don't think we've seen one. Oh wait, we did see one.
Yeah, way early on, we saw it, and then it did nothing, and we never went back to it in, like, episode 2 or 3. And, like, we saw the evolution Daomon, and it also meant nothing, and we never went back to it. And we saw the Mega Form, which also kind of meant nothing, and we also never went back to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that virus Cubimon shows up and it's like, oh yeah, it's with the Black Digimon. It just wasn't there in any of the Gulugamamon episodes.
Yeah, Black Cubimon, Dark Cubimon is like Yukomon, I believe. And like Yukomon Daomon. Yeah, Daomon. And then Kazuhamon? Yeah, Kazuhamon, I think. Yes. I believe that's what they are, yeah. But Trent, since episode 13, it's been that long. Oh yeah, jeez. This is killing me.
Yeah. So the actual episode, Kyo goes to some place to work on something with some lady, and I think she thought he was an older person because when he shows up, she's like, "Oh, Kyo-san," and then like she sees him, she's like, "Oh, Kyo-kun," because he's like young or whatever.
Yeah, it might have been the white hair. The white hair must have thrown her off.
Yeah, but then it's like, oh, they're into the same stuff, and then they go to like a like a Jiraiya themed hero show, where all the Super Sentai characters are Jiraiya or something.
At this point, we know we're all the Black Digimons because Val bracelet spoilers from the show itself.
Sick. And then there's just a Shogun Gekomon who shows up, and he's like, "Oh, which one of you is the real Jiraiya?" And Kyo is like, "Oh, he's about to blast the audience," and he's like, "I'm him. I'm Jiraiya." And then he puts him on his back, and then they go fight crime. And by crime, I mean anything from stealing things from people to like littering.
How you have the different Zords and some of them are like aquatic.
Mm-hmm.
You ever wonder if like the green one has like the dolphin or something, and they go and they have to fight something in the desert and he gets really upset about it. He's just like, you don't understand, it's not easy being green.
It's not even a joke. Just referencing a thing and went in a roundabout way to do it.
Because they're Jiraiya.
What does this have to do with a desert?
Because it's not easy being green.
So,
yeah, Kyo's a player. What the heck?
Ladies like smart guys, I guess.
Much game.
He's doing the Chuny thing, but he's also really smart, and I guess girls like that.
Oh god, if this was My Hero, we'd be like mostly done with season 3 by now.
But
oh man.
So I thought we were going to see some permanent body counts because this looked pretty permanent.
Yeah.
Like Shogun Gekomon uses an attack on villains and they explode into like fragments. And it's like, oh, they're dead. They're just straight dead.
Yeah,
but no, by the end of the episode,
he just happens to have a way to like save them. It's fine. They just got exploded, but no one died.
Yeah, Gekomon is like, I collected all the fragments and then use your attack. Shogun Gekomon, use your attack on the fragments to recreate everybody, and then he does, and then everybody's fine.
Yeah, jeez. Episode 60 was like Deku versus Bakugo Part 2, where like after their entire thing, they have their big rematch outside the dorms. Holy crap. We had shoot style by this point.
Yeah, it was Gekomon manipulating the whole thing. Shogun Gekomon didn't know that he was like anybody on his back was being absorbed into him, and he didn't know it. And I don't think Gekomon ever explains why he was doing what he was doing.
Well, yeah, we gotta keep the Lord happy.
And then the big end thing is someone says, well, Gekomon, why don't you just ride on his back? And he's like, I'm not worthy. And then somebody says, you are worthy. And then he gets on his back and everything's fixed. It
solves everything, literally.
Yeah, and then the girl that Kyo met up with exists in this episode to be the person who's like, I have a big house, I will hide Shogun Gekomon there.
You know what would have been like a way better way to do this episode? Just rip off Devilman. Just be like, oh, Shogun Gekomon knows what he's doing, but he doesn't care and he's a scumbag. So they go to fight him, he just turns his back to them, so they have to punch the faces. And that's what throws them off. And that way it'd be like, oh, well, now there's a reason for Gulus to get involved, because, this is such a dark, screwed up situation that, like, makes Gamamon angry enough to go Gulus.
I get that. I also think it's fine as far as, like, Shogun Gekomon's character in this. I think it's fine the way he is, because if this is how they were going to do it, it makes sense, because it's like, oh, he's not doing this out of maliciousness. He thinks he's actually like helping the world or something. And then like, okay, well, maybe we don't want Gulus Gamamon to absolutely destroy this guy because he thought he was doing the right thing. And so it's like, okay, it creates tension. I don't know.
Side note, random girl that was in this episode that did nothing here, have an ultimate level Digimon. just sort of let chill with you. It's fine, don't worry about it. And she's like, yeah, alright, I'm fine with this. Yeah, stay at my place.
They taught him the thing, how to be invisible, and yeah, like I said, she exists in this episode for no other reason than to have somebody to give Shogun Gekomon to hide him.
I know I've pulled this before. Yeah, if there's gonna be any other tamers, she's definitely gonna be one of them. Like, her and Emma are gonna come back if they're gonna do anything like that. Like, absolutely. If they don't, then holy crap, these episodes are way worse than I thought in hindsight. Because it's like, oh, this character just exists and takes time just for the sake of, like, a plot point no one cares about.
That's all it's gonna be.
Yeah, we'll have a better reason for Goose. The only reason I say it happened was so that he could have the moment. I guess he thought I could force Hero. Yeah. It's really hard to read on this background. There's no good way around this.
Yeah. I thought they were gonna. I thought this was going to be the episode where Hero accepted Gulus Gamamon or something. Like, I was like, okay, are we finally gonna see progress with this? And Gulus Gamamon is like, oh, I guess it didn't work this time. Later, and then he de-evolves.
If Hero just, like, agreed to it and fixed the thing, that would have made this such a better episode. It would have still been really, like, undeserved to have nowhere, but at least it would have did something.
Yeah, at least it would have mattered.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this is such a big, like, just such a big nothing. Holy crap. Yeah, please, Ghost Game, give us plot. We're so thirsty. We need just a little bit. We're gonna die in this desert where it's not easy being green.
Yeah, I hope we're near new, like, actual plot developments.
You wanna know what makes this extra dumb feeling?
What's that?
There are other ultimate level evolutions for Gamamon that have been revealed in the card game that we have not seen yet.
Right.
There are 2 others, and now that we've reached Mega, there's, like, no logical reason to, like, do them now. So we could have had those way earlier on, and those could have helped, like, like, pad things a bit, so that some of these redundant episodes didn't feel as pointless. They could have easily made this, like, way easier to get through.
Yeah, getting a batch of new ultimates after they unlock their megas is kind of ridiculous.
It's really absurd. It's really bad.
It's like, oh, I need a Digimon for the specific purpose. It's like, no, you don't. Not Gulus. Gamamon's Mega Evolution is the strongest out of all of its forms. It can fly. It's very fast. It has ranged and melee options. Like,
no, but listen, we're gonna have to fight something, and we're just gonna really need a ninja, and Seriousmon can't be a ninja. It's gonna be crucial to defeating this one specific enemy. It's the only thing that matters, god damn it.
Yeah. That's the thing that frustrates me about the new series of ultimates that I'm guessing are going to fulfill specific tasks because they probably evolve out of the previous champion forms. And it's like, they're unneeded. Seriousmon can do everything.
We should have got, like, freaking all of these forms and, like, Gulus's ultimate before we even got Seriousmon. Just straight up.
Yeah.
Because, like, why the heck not? Why not just do that and make this, like, work a little better? Dark Yule Goose Ultimates could have been a nice little arc when Hero was scared for Garamon to evolve or something. Yeah. We're just so far past our... I feel like at this point we're just repeating ourselves. Like...
Yeah.
Because,
yeah, at some point.
Yeah, what do you even say of this now? Like, where do we even go from here?
Yeah. I guess that's annoying. At some point they just stopped caring about the Gulus Gamamon evolution potential, and they're just like, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, at this point, we just don't need Gulus Gamamon so hard, Hero could just never sync with him. Like, that's the thing, it's like, now we have a Mega, there's, like, no reason why we need this as, like, a threat. If something's threatening Gamamon, like, any point where Gamamon's in danger, the logical solution would be like, okay, just go Mega, and you win.
Yeah.
How do
Mega.
we justify a situation where we need Gulus Gamamon to go ultimate, but it's too big of a problem for Seriousmon to handle? And the answer is they won't. They'll just do it, and it'll suck and be terrible, and all of Gulusmon's forms will just be like, just stronger for no fucking reason, and I hate it. Like, we're going to get Gulus Gamamon's ultimate, and it's gonna be just as strong as Seriousmon, if not stronger, just straight up. And we'll just get his Mega, and it's just gonna be the strongest thing ever. And Gamamon's mainline will just be useless and mean nothing until we get their final form.
This probably won't be the case. I'm just waiting for Gulus Gamamon to evolve, and I'm like, I liked Gulus Gamamon's design better.
I'm gonna be real, evolved Gulus Gamamon looks pretty cool. I'm
sure it does.
From, like, what I've seen, the Megaform actually does look cooler than Seriousmon, in my opinion. I think it works better. But yeah. Showing up in the show, really, yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Show's all sending me into rewrite mode. Like, a whole rewrite of this show. I haven't done this crap since I was a teenager. That's how much this frustrates me. Man, it frustrated me so much I started writing Digimon fanfiction. Because I want to do it right. Or, well, probably not right, but at least do something more interesting than this. Yeah, Goose Mega's pretty good.
It's nice that, like, most people who watch our streams of this are like, oh yeah, it's weird, the pacing and, like, the plot beats and stuff. I wish there was at least one person who came in who just defended the show at every aspect.
At this point, ironically, I'm just like, alright, at least the animation is good. I'm just gonna, like, watch through and wait for the fight scene. I'm past the point of engaging with this stuff. It's like, it's wasted all my goodwill at this point.
Yeah. When I saw that the animation was actually pretty good when they started fighting, I should have immediately been like, oh, it's a Gulus Gamamon episode. Because it's like that's when they blow the budget for better animation. Evolution episodes and Gulus Gamamon episode.
Oh man.
Because whenever Gulus Gamamon does stuff, like I don't know, it's just the camera angles and like the animations and everything, and just like they're hyping him up with like camera work and like animation.
It's going to be absurd when we get to the next episode, if it's not an evolution episode. If that isn't the Amphimon episode, I don't know what they're doing. Because just get them out of the way. Let's actually get things rolling, please. Just do it.
Yeah.
Watch it be a big water episode where they fight Waymon, and the villain is all about science and biology, and then Hero's like, oh, I'll take care of this, and he just beats them with Seriousmon, and there's no evolution.
I think I saw it as a screenshot that you have, but we didn't really linger on it for too long. It was the one with Gulu's Gamon. He said, I think he's saying like that hurt or whatever, and he's like looking into the camera like or whatever.
Yeah.
Pull that one up. I think that was one of the ones where it's it's like, oh yeah, good camera angle on like that and like making him look intimidating or whatever.
I might just use this for the thumbnail because it's like I feel like there wasn't a lot of great just one like frame shots or whatever in this episode, you know? Not a lot of like super good like key framed like screenshotable moments. This is a good one. This is probably why I'm just gonna use it as the thumbnail for the sake of it.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for this kind of design. Like black sclera, glowing iris, like edgy kind of thing. Like that's one of the main reasons I like him so much. But it's like, yeah, they usually do like these cool camera shots or whatever when he does attacks and stuff.
Yeah, it's like everything about the animation, the presentation is on point. It's just all the stuff in the writing section that's like dropping the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out if you have a bunch of writers on your show, it just makes the show bad. Like, I don't know how it works, but yeah, it just happens. Everything is on point Ghost Game, but the writing, yes.
Yeah. And that's unfortunate. But, I don't know. If, like, anybody who's watched probably picked up on this by now. I would like it if the writing was better. I'm also just here for, cool fight scene. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm way more lenient on it than you are.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is like so painful for me. So do we have any other thoughts, or do we want to just end things off?
No, I don't have anything else.
Oh, man. We're just here for the smoke now. Yeah, it's already burning. It's just a matter of time before it fizzles out.
Next episode, Perfect Chaos attacks Japan. It's all I could think of when I saw the preview and like water's exploding out of skyscrapers and everything, and it's like Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, just straight up, why not? Man, if this isn't an evolution episode, holy crap.
It's gotta be, especially if I haven't seen Jellymon's Mega. I'm going to assume it's very, very aquatic themed. If you're so sure that like next episode will be, and if you're thinking that the next episode will be an evolution episode.
Sonic X Digimon is way too close to Sonichu. It's way too close for comfort. Also, can't wait to see how they talk away that shit. Yeah. God, did we even like talk about the crap where it's like Hero just talks with his friend who's seemingly like a scientist that's also into like technology and anime and stuff, and he just like explains away giving chocolate to Garamon is like, oh yeah, we just programmed this hologram to like chocolate.
Yeah, and there's no response or anything at all, so holograms can eat normally, I guess.
They can't. They're holograms. There's no way that works.
Apparently they can. She didn't have any questions about it.
We've never seen anything that would even remotely demonstrate this. People are just really dumb, and the writing thinks it's like that it can just get away with this. Like, the writers just don't care. They're like, oh yeah, handwave explanation. We just programmed the thing to like chocolate. Don't worry about it. So now Garamon can eat.
I think the writers really like the idea of a future where there are just holograms of things around all over the place, despite the fact that we almost never see that.
Honestly, I would have liked this way more if they just lampshaded it, and it's just like, they're just horrible at keeping Gamomon's secret, but everyone else is just like, oh, that's wild, how's that work? Oh well.
Yeah. I mean, I liked the one episode where Ruli fights like the devil Digimon, and like her friends see everything that happened and they're just like, okay, well, she'll just tell us when she's ready or whatever. And it's like, okay, some people know.
I would rather have the scene where, like, Gamamon just straight up eats chocolate in front of her and she just looks really surprised and then nothing comes from it. Because she learns about Digimon in the end anyways, so it's like, yeah, just if Hero get, like, panicked in the background or whatever, they can't explain it. They don't even try, and she figures out the thing. And she's like, oh, okay, that's why, alright.
I would like to point out that despite the setting and, like, it's like, oh yeah, holograms, like, every episode starts with, oh yeah, holograms are all over the place and they're part of everyday life and everything. And it's like, when do we ever see that?
I just thought of something and I thought of the counterpoint, and it's so dumb now. Which is that it's like, hey, why wasn't the big Super Sentai Power Rangers show like a hologram performance if holograms are the future and everyone loves holograms and this world is all about holograms? And I realized they can't do that because then they couldn't put people in danger, which is really dumb.
Yeah. Also, everybody, like, I don't know, it feels like an excuse for... It just feels like the writers needed an excuse for a Digimon to attack, and everyone goes, oh, is that a hologram? Like, that's what happens in this episode. Man. Shogun Gekomon jumps on stage, and everyone's like, whoa, look at those effects. And it's like, okay, but we don't see the hologram thing ever anywhere else. Like, it doesn't look like a future world run by holograms anywhere.
To be fair, this is a stage show, so it's like, if they had them flying a normal hologram before this, that would have, like, made perfect sense, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the problem, is we never see the aspect of this world where there are supposed to be holograms everywhere doing stuff.
Do you guys think Hero would actually help Gulus? Oh yeah, like, absolutely. Like,
sure,
it's gonna take a bit. I think it's like next time Gulu's Gamma appears, he's like, hey, Hero, sync with me, and Hero's gonna be like, no, and then he'll have to do it for some... You know what? Hear me out, okay? Next time, like, freaking Gulu's Gammon appears, they're fighting a Mega, Gulu's Gammamon physically can't defeat them, and Hero's like, you know, no, this is bad, Gammamon, and Gulus is like, please just sync with me. I think if that's the situation, Hero would do it.
Yeah, I think I've talked about my thoughts on this previously, and it's like, I feel like this is a thing where it's like Gulus Gammamon just wants to be accepted. And it's like, the moment Hero accepts him is when things are going to go right with this whole thing. But he just hasn't yet. I
think it can only happen once Gulus either, like, chills out and just sort of, like, opens up. Or if he, like, you know, is in a situation where he's actively, like, the weaker, like, person in the area. Like, if Gulus is outmatched, then that changes this completely. Like, then Hero would totally do it.
Yeah, I like to believe that, like, and I've said this before, like, Fire's Digimon aren't inherently evil, but they typically tend to be a bit more savage or, like, mean-spirited than other Digimon. So it's like, I believe that Gulus Gammamon would have helped everybody trapped in Shogun Gekomon, but he doesn't know how to come off as, like, trustworthy, and so he's, like, resorting to, like, threatening or something. Like, he doesn't know how to do this.
He needs a moment of weakness. And now that I think about it, I don't believe these writers will give Gulus Gammamon a moment of weakness. I think, you know... I think he's going to, like, just go away with this and just stay the strongest and the coolest all the way through because, look at Gulu's Gamamon, though. He's so badass. And he'll just never lose and just get the sync and evolve.
I believe the situation you said will happen. Where, like, it'll happen like this episode where they were fighting as ultimates or even megas, but then they're defeated and digivolve, and it's like, okay, well, obviously they can't just go straight back into their mega forms or whatever, but apparently he can jump back to Gulu's Gamamon immediately. So that's probably going to happen, and Hero's going to be like, and like nobody else, and like everybody else got digivolved at the same time. And it's like, okay, there's nothing to bail me out. Gulu's Gamamon is here, and he's my only option.
You wanna know what's really frustrating about this?
You
remember the first time Gamamon went to Seriousmon? It was after Kano Weissmon was knocked out of him. It was after he was, like, being in digivolved. They can totally lose in ultimate form, then go to Mega. So Gulu's Gamamon has even less of a reason to appear in this episode.
Okay, so they go Mega and get digivolved, and then they can't jump back up to.
And like, then we have to have Gulu's
Weissmon.
Gamamon's ultimate form to feed a Mega, and I'll be like, this is so dumb, I hate it, what the crap? Why is Gulu's Gamamon just stronger in every way, in every form? Oh, man.
I don't know. My stance is gonna stay the same. If it's fun to watch, I'm okay. Whatever.
Oh, God. Do we have anything else we want to get into, or do we want to end things off?
I think we've talked enough.
Yeah, I just love up to Mega. Yeah, just do it.
Yeah. I hope that something happens. Next episode is probably, because they did like an evolution and then a week off and then another evolution. So yeah, we're probably getting Jellymon's evolution next week. I don't know. I just want plot to happen, as I have for a while. But I don't know. We're probably coming up on it because they're running out of evolutions to go through, so they have to get to the new stuff.
We have to get Jellymon's evolution, and we have a batch of like 5 episodes of nothing. It's like, hey, are you ready for Gamamon's other ultimate form that's not the Gulu's evolution? Oh man, I can't wait for Gamamon to turn into Leaf Sniper.
If they run through all of the other ultimate evolutions before getting back to more Gulu's Gamamon stuff. Boy.
Yeah. I guess I'll see you guys around.
Yep. Later.
Later.